And the 7-footer for Chatfield, Scott Witkowski. Here we go. Controlled by Crosby of Chatfield. And already, 2 men in his face. He'll get double teamed quite a bit this year.
See if East can come out early and really pressure the basketball, and so far doing a pretty good job on the perimeter.
Witkowski in the post, the ball taken away by Sadat Montgomery, and Bickerstaff starts the game with a dunk.
Boy, got a good bounce pass from Montgomery, too, put it right where he had to have it. Here's the full court pressure.
Was it me or was JB in the air about 7 or 8 seconds on that? Crosby answers with his own.
Well,
touche.
And really 2 very similar plays. Bounce passes across the lane, and the 2 premier players in this game open the scoring for their respective teams with a dunk.
That shot missed by Salazar. Almost a scenario of anything you can do, I can do better. To the hoop goes Bemis, and he is fouled on the way up. Foul called on Jason Salazar, the 6-foot senior. Well, they're going to say before the shot, so Crosby will take it out under his own basket for Chatfield. Crosby averaging 24 points and 9 rebounds a game. Bickerstaff goes to him, 21 points and 7 rebounds. Witkowski.
Witkowski that time scores over Dickens. Those 2 are teammates and played together in the summer for the Colorado Junior Pro-Am All-Stars. And once their seasons are over, they're going to go back and play in the same team. So they know each other, the 2 big men.
Bickerstaff forces his way into the paint, and Witkowski is called for the foul.
Witkowski, his first foul, first team foul for Chatfield.
Yeah, one of the things East wants to do is take the play inside to Witkowski and see if they can get him in foul trouble. That's his first. Chatfield now in a 2-3 zone on the out-of-bounds play.
Back to live action now. East in the red and white uniforms. Chatfield in the burgundy and silver. This is Dickens. The rebound and the hoop.
And a nice play by J.B. Bickerstaff, who kept that ball alive, and Dickens able to finish it.
Chatfield, Walker had a lane to the hoop, decides to pull it back. Walker, the open 12-footer, passes that one up too. Crosby, he won't pass it up. He is short on the shot, however. Bickerstaff flies through for the rebound. That shot bangs hard off the glass from Sadat Montgomery.
Foul by number 40 for East, Dickens. His first foul.
The foul is on Dickens of East, so Chatfield will get the ball. We're just underway at McNichols, the boys 5A championship game. We're all tied up at 4. That foul called on Dickens. Jim Bemis will be at the free throw line.
40, Dickens the second foul, 13 foul. East, number 45, York.
Well, you don't lose a lot of size. Dickens is going to have to sit down, but Reggie York comes in at 6'6", and Lee Carey's got some depth in his big men this year.
Bemis misses the first. He's a 70% free throw shooter. 6'2" senior. He's known primarily for his defense. He'll stick to the best offensive guard on the other team. Salazar gets it down low to York. This is Bickerstaff. He's looking to hoop it, and he gets it.
Boy, excellent move, not only the penetration, but the ability to slide toward the baseline and avoid what could have been a charge. Nice move by J.B. Bickerstaff.
Oh, nice passing by Chatfield. That's goaltending. Walker put the ball off the glass, Bickerstaff came flying in and picked it off the glass, and that's not legal.
Worth seeing again, though. Great pass by Martinez. Walker is home free, and Bickerstaff, as you mentioned, looked like he had to duck a little bit. Otherwise, might have caught his head on the bottom end of the backboard. We talked about the girls' game changing. The boys' game has changed a little bit, too, over the years. Probably better athletes, a little more up-tempo, and certainly they watch NBA players all the time.
That was Kamal Bailey with a three-pointer. He's a good shooter, averages 10 points a game, and he is not bashful. Crosby forces one up. Chatfield gets the rebound. We're going to get a foul called on John Walker. 4:37 to go, first quarter. Denver East with a 9-7 lead, and we're going to take a timeout.
We talked about the drive by J.B. Bickerstaff, the nice ball fake, and he steps in. As you see him do, he slides to avoid the charge on Walker. J.B. Bickerstaff, the son, of course, of Bernie Bickerstaff, the head coach of the Nuggets, also the president of the Denver Nuggets. Might be going to the University of San Diego, which his dad would be eminently familiar with as a coach there.
Chatfield the rebound on the short Denver East shot by Sadant Montgomery. Witkowski finds Walker. In and out. But it goes off Bickerstaff out of bounds, and Chatfield will retain possession. 9-7, Denver East leads. We're about halfway through the first quarter. There's JB. The initials stand for John Blair. Almost stolen by Salazar. It is taken away by Montgomery. And he gets, oh no, he misses the layup. Martinez off the dribble, pops a three-pointer.
But Franco Martinez has just outstanding ability to shoot the ball, especially coming off the dribble. And I thought last night he was the difference in the game.
And that looked like a replay of something that happened about a minute ago. Bickerstaff trying to drive the lane, Witkowski getting his hips in the way.
And Witkowski picks up his second foul in the process. Jamie Bickerstaff trying to step around. So Scott Witkowski's going to have to sit down a little bit for Gary Osi.
Jason Salazar, top of the key. Chatfield playing the zone. They'll play that primarily. That's York. He's tossed away. York grabs the rebound again. East very active on the boards. And that's how they won against Grand Junction last night. They just will not give it up on the missed shot.
Well, when you can get second and third opportunities, you're going to win the game. You can see pretty good defense by Chatfield, but again, Denver East very quick off the floor. Bickerstaff with a one-handed snatch and just almost gets a three-point opportunity. We still have an injured Chatfield Charger player.
Trying to get a look at who that is.
I think it's John Walker.
Number 42. John Walker is the senior. He's the student body vice president. And Mr. Walker gets up under his own power and looks like he will play again.
Checks in for Chatfield replacing Walker.
.324 to go, first quarter. Chatfield with a 10-9 lead. Denver East and J.B. Bickerstaff at the line. J.B. is a 62% free throw shooter. Very active outside of basketball. He's president of the senior class. Good student, too. 3.4 for 8-point average. Had a chance to give East the lead. But instead, Sadat Montgomery does on the offensive board.
They credit Kamal Bailey for that. Again, able to get second and third opportunities.
Martinez will be called for a travel.
See, pressure makes you play a little bit faster than you normally do. Good look at Rudy Carey. He wanted again to come out and really up the tempo, and so far, done a pretty good job with the defensive end.
Under 3 minutes to go, first quarter. Montgomery, short. Crosby the rebound. And Chatfield wants to push the ball. Trying to catch Denver East with a couple of players back in the backcourt. And Martinez converts it. Chatfield retakes the lead, 12-11. Bailey. Crosby the rebound. And they have a 3-on-1 break. Can't get it to go.
Fouled by number 12 for East, Salazar. This second foul, 14 foul East. Number 24, Mason. Number 33, Edgley. Check in for East. Number 20, Snyder in for Chatfield. Packard shooting 2.
At the free throw line for Chatfield is Matt Packard. He misses the first.
Well, East really crashes the boards, and because of that, Chatfield able to get out with numbers. Couldn't quite convert there.
And misses the second. But the ball will stay with Chatfield. Reggie York had a shot at the rebound, but knocked it out. We're going to take a break with 2:15 to go first quarter. Chatfield in a close one, up 12-11. Get me one of these six. And Philip Palmer will wrap up all the championship action from around the state. So stay with us for Super Hoops at the half as News 4's coverage continues.
If you take a look at the shooting, East with 7 more opportunities. Both clubs have made 5 field goals.
A lot of substitutions into the game for Denver East. Eli Edgerly and Jermaine Mason. In for Chatfield, Zach Snyder. That's Crosby, a three-pointer. And Chatfield with a 15-11 lead.
Tell you what, that was very close to NBA range. To even shoot the ball from the outside.
Crosby already committed to Washington State. That's Jermaine Mason with a 3.
Jermaine Mason down the stretch last night against Grand Junction was the man for East. Hit 3 of 4 free throws, and it's a walk. Did an excellent job.
Traveling call on Brad Green in the game for Chatfield now, a 6'5" senior.
Number 10, Montgomery back in.
Rudy Carey, what a career he's had. 17 years coaching varsity high school basketball in this state. A record of 275 wins and just 90 losses. And 3 state titles to his credit from his days at Manual.
Substitution for Chatfield, number 42, Walker, replaces Green.
We have a Denver East turnover. So Crosby will take the ball out for Chatfield. That ball almost picked off. Zach Snyder kicks it out wide. Martinez, he has the 3.
Number 14,
And that lead back up to 4. He shoots off the dribble as well as anybody I've seen this year, David.
Yeah, and that was just a catch and pop. Really an excellent job.
Montgomery gets the layup.
By number 10,
Nice acrobatic move. Chatfield lead down to 2. Snyder again kicks it to Martinez. This time he can't get it. Crosby the rebound, and he does put it down.
Excellent job of not only getting the rebound, but he goes up with the left hand. And that way does not get the shot blocked.
This is Mason. And Snyder the rebound. Has a man up court. Can't quite get it to Martinez though, so Crosby will work it up. nice pass. And John Walker back in the ball game after taking that spill. Hits the shorty. And Chatfield with its biggest lead of the evening, 6 points. We're under 10 seconds to go first quarter. East will play for one shot. Bickerstaff, the spin move. Almost loses it. Gets it back. And it looks like he'll be going to the free throw line.
Well, he's got terrific quickness for a kid 6'6".
JB hurt his ankle around this time last year. Colleges didn't really get a good look at him over the summer in all those all-star games, so his scholarship situation is still up in the air. As Dave said earlier, he might end up at the University of San Diego, but he is getting some looks from teams back east, and from what I'm hearing, he might prefer to go back east. This is the second, and at the end of the first quarter, East down to Chatfield by 5, 22-17. McIntosh filling in as the host, and he'll have with him Avalanche defenseman Curtis Lecision. And then Gary Miller will talk with Larry Walker from Tucson all about the Rockies' upcoming season. So stay tuned to News 4 following Super Hoops.
Chatfield outscored East in the last 3 minutes or so of the first quarter, 12-6. Chris Crosby off to a pretty good start, 7 points, 5 rebounds, and a couple of assists in the first quarter.
East with the ball, down by 5. Salazar's shot way short. And Chatfield will have the ball.
Little half-court trap, Les. 1-2-2 by East.
But Chatfield has no problem getting it across the 10-second line. This is Snyder going to the hoop. His shot is blocked. Bickerstaff, the loose ball. Called for the foul will be Franco Martinez.
Fouled by number 14, Martinez, his first foul.
That's his first. Franco Martinez, a two-sport star at Chatfield. He's also a wonderful baseball player. In fact, he's going to the University of Kansas on a baseball scholarship. He's a pitcher and a shortstop. Montgomery in traffic, can't get it to go, but a bunch of East's hands are up there. This team is extremely active on the offensive boards. It's hard to keep up with them.
Substitution for Chatfield, number 10, Bemis.
Coming in for Chatfield will be Jim Bemis, replacing Snyder. And East has the ball. Bickerstaff will take it out. The Angels down by 5. Chatfield still in that 2-3 zone, and they'll stay in that most of the night. Bickerstaff working on Packard. Can't get it to go. The rebound to Crosby. And he's fouled. Looks like the call is on Sadat Montgomery.
Fouled by number 10, Montgomery, his first foul. 15 foul, East.
But J.B. Bickerstaff with great elevation in the shot, and Chris Crosby able to reach in with the left hand, get the rebound. You can see Sadat called on the foul.
Crosby with the ball on the perimeter.
Chatfield so far has done a decent job against that pressure.
Walker in traffic, no go. Coming down with the rebound, Kamal Bailey. Salazar forced his way in. There's a foul called on the play.
By number 42,
John Walker.
His second foul.
Well, the Angels want to force the action. You can see Salazar with a nice little move inside. A lot of body contact. And if you're going to get out and run, you're going to have some instances in which you may even be called for an offensive foul. But you've got to take the basketball to the hole. If you do, you're going to get your fair share of free throws.
And very simply, East wants to force the tempo because they believe they have better athletes than Chatfield. They feel they run the floor better. They feel they can handle that tempo better. Salazar makes both. So that Chatfield lead down to 3 now. And once again, Chatfield breaks the trap. Bemis Makes the shot just inside the three-point line. It's a 2. And the Chatfield lead back up to 5. Bickerstaff spins. Can't get it to go, but Dickens is there. And he is fouled on the way up.
Oh, what a great rebound by Dickens.
Got up, didn't he?
Bickerstaff again against the zone, able to spin his way to the basket, almost goes. Watch Dickens from the weak side get way in the air. Keneal Dickens, 6'7", a senior, and an excellent rebound.
Rudy Carey says he's a late bloomer, has a lot of potential. He just needs to settle down his game. He needs to just play and not showboat so much. And he has a good future ahead of him playing hoops. A nice touch. He gets the roll.
He made a couple of free throws last night that sealed the East victory over Grand Junction.
Showing a very nice touch. The Chatfield lead once again down to 3. Ball almost gets away. Chatfield keeps it. Bemis will start all over. Sees a crack. A little long. That's Brad Green who grabbed the rebound. Let's see if they give him the hoop though. No, they wave off the basket. They say he was fouled before he went up for the shot. Kamal Bailey the foul.
That Chatfield did a little rebounding of their own. Brad Green, tough to see when the foul was called from that angle. Looks like the basket should have counted. A good job, Borden.
Ball stolen by East. Dickens gets the hoop and the foul.
Basket by number 40, Dickens. Fouled by number 40 for Chatfield. Backer, his third foul.
Well, East will turn you over. When they do, they get to the open court. Keneal Dickens takes it strong to the glass. I'm not so sure the ball didn't slip out of his hands, but great move to the glass.
And here a chance to tie things up, and he does. Knot it up at 24 with 5:35 to go, first half. Packard comes out of the game for Chatfield, and in comes Tyler Foster, his first action of the night. He's a 6'2" senior. Crosby with the ball. He plays inside and outside. And Salazar thought he had the steal, but he's called for the hack on Foster.
Salazar, his third foul. 17th foul East.
Jermaine Mason will check in. Salazar, who committed the foul, will come out. That's his third foul. He probably won't see the floor again this first half. They want to make sure he's around for that second.
Shooting 1 and 5.
Foster, a 58% free throw shooter. You don't have to worry about him being in good shape. He's a cross-country runner at Chatfield also. So Chatfield retakes a 2-point lead. 5:20 to go, first half.
First time we've seen the Chargers in little half court.
Bailey. Nice pass, and Dickens, a nicer dunk.
Number 40,
But Kamal Bailey's had a couple of great drives, and then the awareness to find people cut into the basket. Bailey has done an excellent job in that.
Crosby from three-point land. He's short. And Bailey taking over. This is Mason on the left. Bickerstaff, but a whistle before the shot, away from the ball. Looks like we're getting a charging call on Jermaine Mason. As he went to the hoop and passed off, he slammed into Tyler Foster. It gets called for the foul.
The last time down, again, Bailey with the nice dish to Dickens, and when you can find cutters on their way to the basket like that, you're going to get a lot of easy points.
In the meantime, we're in the penalties, so Chatfield and Foster shooting 1 and 1. He makes the first, so he'll get another. This is the second. However, Chatfield again with a 1-point lead. Now Chatfield showing trap.
Same thing as they did last time down, and East able to break it and get it done.
Jim Bemis of Chatfield will be called for the foul.
Number 10, Bemis. His first foul.
That's his first.
10th foul by Chatfield. Leading, shooting 2.
East so far here in the second quarter doing an excellent job at the free throw line. They were 1 of 4 in the first quarter. They are now 6 of 6 on the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Bailey ties things up with that free throw. A chance for East to take a 1-point lead here. DU and Mason College showing interest in Mr. Bailey. And we have a timeout with 4:33 to go in the first half. And East taking the lead, 28-27. The girls 5A championship game, won in a walk by the Heritage Eagles over Arvada West, and Lisa Hozak, the 5A player of the year, showed why she is the player of the year with 41 points. Right now, Denver East with a 28-27 lead, Chatfield with the ball. We're midway through the second quarter. And Chris Crosby is chopped up.
Fouled by number 32, Bickerstaff.
J.B. Bickerstaff called for the foul. That's his first. Crosby caught it on the right ear. You can see it's nice and red. Look at that. Shot at the free throw. 1 and 1. If he makes the first, he gets another. And he does. Crosby also a pretty good baseball player. Right fielder, all conference for Chatfield. And he gives Chatfield the lead back, 29-28. Montgomery with a look. Instead, Mason will take the shot, and he gets the three.
Corner number 24.
I think Chris Crosby's ear is bleeding, and if they see it, they're probably going to stop the action and get him out of the game.
Mason already with 6 points. That's his season average. Martinez with a three. Chatfield with a 1-point lead.
Both teams starting to really shoot the basketball a little better, get into the flow of the game. And
Bailey, that sidewinder rotation. Ball still loose. That's Dickens. He can't get it. Bickerstaff, and he is hammered by Crosby.
Well, again, second and third opportunities. Dickens looks like he's got an easy one here. J.B. Bickerstaff on the other side will go to the free throw line. The Angels have done a great job with the offensive boards.
Bickerstaff ties it with that free throw. We've been back and forth the last 5 minutes. Still tied, but East with the rebound again. Bickerstaff once again nailed. This time it's Franco Martinez, and it looks like JB caught it in the nose.
Well, off the missed free throw, East able to run it down. The nice drop step. Drop steps with that left leg, and really, as he spins, gets himself in position to get a better look at the basket.
A lot of talking going on right now between Bickerstaff at the free throw line and Martinez just to his right. And they're not saying, hi, how you doing? Let's go to the movies after this game. Again, East with the offensive board. It goes out of bounds, and this time Chatfield will get it.
Well, Franco Martinez transferred from Kennedy a couple of years ago, so those two players probably have seen a lot of each other playing summer ball.
Martinez, the rainbow.
That might be goaltending, too. Going to have 3 free throws. Let's see if they count the basket.
Martinez was hammered as he shot the three, so he will get 3 free throws. And they are saying the basket is good. I'd love to see a replay of that one.
I thought he clearly goaltended the ball.
It didn't go in.
Oh, no, it was short.
Right.
Take a look. Martinez will pull up at three-point range. The foul on Dickens. Now watch J.B. Bickerstaff. That ball is way short. Well, tough to see how short, but he takes it right off the front of the rim.
You cannot block that shot or gather that shot in when it's in its downward spiral, and you cannot pick it off when it's in the cylinder plane, the plane of the cylinder.
Let's take a look and see. Now, from that angle, I would disagree with the call. I would say the ball was not in the cylinder. Now they've overruled it, and I think from that angle, I'd have to agree that that's the correct ruling.
So they're waving the basket off, but Martinez will still get 3 free throws. Gary Ossie, the Chatfield coach, wondering why that call was reversed. Now, the referees are not allowed to look at the replay in Colorado high school ball, but they did confer again and decided that that ball was not close to going in, and J.B. Bickerstaff was just gathering in the rebound.
And again, based on the second replay, I think they made the right decision.
I would agree with you. We're deadlocked at 32. We've got 3:12 to go in the first half. Martinez giving Chatfield the lead, and he has 2 more free throws. He's an 83% free throw shooter. So all 3 of these going in should be no surprise. Loose ball. East comes up with it. Bailey ahead to Bickerstaff. He wants it. He is hammered again. No call. East gets the offensive rebound. Bickerstaff gets it again. This time he gets the hoop. They are getting 2 and 3 shots every time down. We're all tied up again, this time 34. Crosby wants it. Kicks it back out. Martinez. A 3-pointer.
Franco Martinez has been the scorer here in the first half for the Chatfield Chargers. He's got 16 points.
You know, in hockey, they call that a one-timer. The slap shot right off the pass. He doesn't hesitate. Martinez the rebound, and he's fouled.
He's going to play baseball at KU. He might just want to walk on for the little basketball tryout. Roy Williams.
Well, if Roy sees tape of this game, he might invite him.
Good shooter.
Sadat Montgomery called for the foul. It's his second. Speaking of Roy Williams in Kansas, who's your pick in the NCAA tournament?
I think they'll get to the Final Four. But until somebody in the tournament shows they can slow down Kentucky, I'm going to have to go with the Wildcats.
Well, in my office pool, that's the name I filled in. Kentucky. Martinez hits both free throws. Chatfield now with a 5-point lead. We'll take a break with 2:23 to go, first half. And Philip Palmer will wrap up all the championship action from around the state. So stay with us for Super Hoops at the half as News Force coverage continues. 2:23 to go, first half. Chatfield with a 5-point lead. East with the ball. 3-point field goals. Chatfield 5 for 8. Montgomery on the fall away, and called for the foul is Chris Crosby. I think Chris thinks if he stares at the ref long enough, the referee will change the call. But Chris, it ain't going to happen.
You have a little bit too much of that going on both sides. Bickerstaff and Crosby talk. Doesn't do you any good.
Montgomery hits the first. Sadat's father, a high school coach, so you know he spent a lot of time in the driveway practicing free throws. This is the second. Crosby will take it up court. This is Bemis, back to Crosby. The nice give and go.
Number 34, Crosby.
And Chatfield with a 6-point lead.
Nice job in the break.
Bailey finds Montgomery. He can't get the layup, but gets the rebound. This time got it.
Montgomery.
4-point Chatfield lead. Crosby, three-pointer, short. Oh! Montgomery tripped inadvertently. Foul will be on Brad Green.
I think it's going to be on Crosby. I think it's Crosby. The shot,
Yeah, you're
pretty good.
correct.
You can see the left foot just stuck out there.
Number 45, Witkowski checks in.
That's the third personal foul on Chris Crosby.
Chatfield.
And he will sit.
He replaces Crosby.
Minute 22 to go in the half.
Montgomery shooting 2.
Talk about good free throw shooters. As I just jinx him into missing one. Montgomery. Well, my figures show 80%, yours 57, and based on those two free throws, I'll go with yours.
Well, the truth of the matter is, when I talked to the East coaches, the first one told me 87%, and the second one told me 57.
Well, let's just say that the first one lied to you.
We'll split the difference. He's a 68% free throw shooter, but just missed 3 out of 4.
1 and 1. Correction. They'll be shooting 2.
Scott Witkowski now going to the free throw line for Chatfield. Now I know for a fact
wanna
he is
go
a
ahead on this one?
63%er, yeah. Witkowski a chance to give Chatfield a 6-point lead if he makes this one, and he does.
Got a nice touch for a 7-footer. East only down 6, no reason to panic. A little over a minute to go, and Angels have played this season a lot in spurts.
Bailey with an air ball, but York is there for the putback.
Scoring for East.
And again,
number
second
45,
shot
York.
opportunities have kept the East Angels in this game.
We've got a whistle and a timeout. Chatfield takes it with 49 seconds to go in the half. Chatfield up 43-39. And we're going to keep it right here. Well, in case you're not familiar with the geography of Colorado, if you're watching from a different part of the state or even from out of state, Denver East, of course, from central Denver, and the Chatfield Chargers are just south of Denver in Littleton, Colorado. Chatfield with an enrollment of 2,500 kids. Denver East has a little more than 1,400. Let's take a listen to Chatfield coach Gary Ossie.
After we just keep going with the pop spread, and then with about 7 seconds pop there, and this guy goes long, bounce pass in for the layup. All right, he'll drive it, finish it. All right, let's go. Come and meet the ball. Come and meet the ball.
Well, he sounded pretty sure that that play would work.
Well, the coaches are always sure they work.
Please meet your party.
It's the players that aren't exactly certain whether, it's good strategy or not. If they score, it's great strategy. If not, it's a terrible call. That's usually the way it works. They do, I think, want to run this clock down based on what Gary Ossie said. And try to take the last shot. Tough to do against a defensive team like East, but they force you into a lot of turnover situations.
And in normal circumstances, Chatfield will be looking for Chris Crosby, but he's on the bench with 3 fouls. Snyder with the ball. That's Bemis. Ten seconds to go. Snyder through the paint. And no foul call. Brad Green went up. Half this arena is yelling for a foul. Instead, Chatfield will get the ball out of bounds with 2.6 seconds left.
Well, Zach Snyder makes a nice drive here. Green, I don't know how that wasn't a foul.
That's the end of the first half. Chatfield in a high-scoring affair against Denver East, 43-39. Stick around, we've got a lot coming to you at half.
Look at the shooting. East with 13 more opportunities, didn't shoot the ball as well. Both teams with a pretty good amount of opportunities from the free throw line, 19 for East and 17 for Chatfield.
Chatfield starts with the ball first, and Crosby hits the rainbow three. Biggest lead of the night for Chatfield now, 7 points. And Crosby with 14 points. Bailey. Weird looking shot. Bickerstaff the rebound and the hoop. So just like the first half, Bickerstaff and Crosby start out with baskets for their respective teams. They do it again second half. Witkowski loses the ball.
Good
And Bickerstaff hits the floor, but can't keep it. Crosby throws it away. Salazar. Dickens throws it down.
Oh my. That was big time throw down there.
Dickens now with 11 points. That's Brad Green, can't get it to go. Bickerstaff tries to save it, but it'll stay Chatfield's way. JB very active. Always around that ball. Witkowski. A nice touch.
Well, we saw him make a couple of free throws in the first half, and he really does have a nice touch, 15 feet and in. And only a junior.
Montgomery, no. Tipped out of bounds by Chatfield, so East will keep it. There's Gary Ossie, 55 years old. He's the only varsity coach Chatfield has ever had. He's in his 11th year. Dickens tries to throw it down again, but he got all rim that time. Crosby, a little too hard off the glass, and he is fouled. It's called on Dickens. Not a good sequence for Keneal Dickens.
And again, because of East's offensive rebounding abilities, Chatfield able to get out and push the ball a little bit. Crosby, it was going to be a tough shot. Dickens on the arm gets into the free throw line.
Dickens comes out, and Reggie York comes in. Dickens getting a talking to from Rudy Carey. Crosby makes the first. Chatfield lead now 6. Misses the second, however. East will push. Salazar wheeling and dealing. Nowhere to go. Montgomery the three. Short. Rebound Green. And Bemis pushes it. Crosby tried to get the ball over into the corner. Chatfield will end up with it anyway. Martinez. Wide open, misses. Green the rebound and knocked out of his hands by Bailey and out of bounds.
Well, both teams a little ragged here for the last 90 seconds or so, and I think both teams right now a little tired too.
They tried to alley-oop to Crosby, but it was a little too high. Chatfield catches a break, however, and keeps the ball.
Number 24, Mason replaces
Crosby appealing for a foul on that play.
See, they never change their mind. This level, the next one, or even the one after, they just don't.
So
And sometimes you make them mad, then you don't get a call when you need a call.
Crosby missed the shot. East came down with the rebound, and Reggie York is fouled.
Nice job blocking out by Jason Salazar that time.
Foul is on Franco Martinez.
First team foul.
5:22 to go. We're in the third quarter. Chatfield with a 6-point lead in the 5A championship game. Bickerstaff falling to his right and is fouled on the shot. Called on the foul is Witkowski, and that's his third.
Take a look again against the 2-3 zone. Bickerstaff able to catch the ball, and then he's too deep. Witkowski with that left knee just a little bit. He has struggled from the free throw line, his JV tonight. Makes that one, he's now 3 of 9.
David, if you're Rudy Carey of Denver East, do you tell your kids to take it to Chris Crosby, try and get him that fourth foul, maybe sit him down?
I think you just tell them to play like they have been, aggressive second and third opportunities, and defensively try to turn it up a notch there.
Bickerstaff
in that 2-3 zone, Les, it's really tough to find him. If they're playing man, you might have a chance to go at him a little bit.
Bickerstaff and Crosby going head-to-head, and Bickerstaff almost made the steal. Ball dribbles out of bounds, however, and Chatfield retains it. Bickerstaff and Crosby, the two top players in the state, going chest to chest this quarter, covering each other. Martinez stops, pops, it's short. Green the rebound. He's been very active for Chatfield. And East comes down with the rebound, and there's a foul call. And another one on Witkowski. I believe that's his fourth. And he will have to sit. Matt Packard will come in for him, but before he does, we'll take a timeout. Chatfield by 5, about halfway through the third. Nichols Arena. Chatfield leading Denver East in the boys 5A championship game. East with the ball. That's Jermaine Mason working it up. He wants it. Three-pointer short. Bailey the rebound. Can't get the roll, but East gets it again. Mason came down with it. Bailey does it again. This time it goes.
I'll tell you, that's the toughest shot he's taken tonight, and he hits it.
Bemis, the hanger, air ball. And York comes down with it. Chance here to tie the game with a 3. You can feel the momentum sliding East's way. This is Bailey. He wants the 3 and he's got it. And we have a tie. 49 all. Halfway through the third. Green. Short J. Bickerstaff the rebound. The spin move. Bickerstaff dishes off to Montgomery. Has the hoop and he's fouled. And if you're Chatfield, you better be thinking timeout right now because things are getting out of hand.
This is J.B. Bickerstaff, maybe his best sequence of the game. He takes it coast to coast to spin and then the delivery. Montgomery gets the hoop, but J.B. Bickerstaff makes the play. Nice spin there in the air, and he finds Montgomery by himself.
How about the arms on that young man? J.B. Bickerstaff. Montgomery the free throw.
Kept that one alive, too.
Another offensive rebound. Jermaine Mason, and he is fouled.
I'll tell you, that's Bickerstaff again, though, that kept the ball alive. They don't break down in high school basketball defensive and offensive rebounds, but I can guarantee you the offensive stats for the East have been staggering.
For some reason, everybody was coming off the floor, and now they're being hurried back on. East is at the free throw line. It's Jermaine Mason. The Angels with a 2-point lead after being down most of the evening. They put together a nice little run here. 8-0 run in the last 2.5 minutes. John Walker coming back into the game for Chatfield. Coming out is Brad Green. Green gave him a nice effort the last few minutes. Mason makes the free throw. And East with a 3-point lead. Bemis. Blocked by Bickerstaff. He's taking over. Ball goes out of bounds off Crosby's foot. East will keep it. J.B. Bickerstaff. How tall is his dad? About 6'1", 6'2"? Bernie?
About that.
J.B. 6'6". They fed him right. Sadat Montgomery to the hole. Got it.
And without Witkowski in the game now, no shot blocker in the hole for Chatfield. Nice drive.
Largest lead of the night for Denver East, 5 points. Crosby wants it. Got it.
Number 34, Crosby.
Well, the two big boys starting to step it up here. (54-51) Denver East. Montgomery to the hole again.
Number 10, Montgomery.
He has 13 points. Pace picking up some. Bemis wide open. No. Crosby the rebound. Yes.
Number 34, Crosby.
Three-point East lead.
But the last two times, East able to take Chatfield off the dribble. Chargers still in the man-to-man defense.
Wide open, York. No. Bickerstaff keeps it alive, but Chatfield ends up with it. Snyder with the ball. Into the corner, Martinez. A three-pointer. We're all tied up again, this time at 56.
Well, he can really shoot the ball, can he? I mean, he doesn't need long. He doesn't hold it much. And a quick release. And that shot with Reggie York running right at him.
Martinez has 21. The average is 18. East going to hold the ball. 1:20 to go in the quarter. Looks like they're going to go for one shot. Now the onus is on the defense here to come out after the ball.
Only if they're behind.
And they're not. This is a stand. This looks like high noon in Dodge City.
Looks like college basketball of yesteryear.
Which isn't necessarily good. Brings back bad memories of Dean Smith and the North Carolina four-corner offense. The East fans cheering, the Chatfield fans booing. You like this move?
Well, I mean, you do want to try to take the last shot. His club was on a pretty good roll offensively, so I'll like it from Rudy Carey's standpoint if they score.
Well, if nothing else, everybody will be well rested going into the fourth quarter.
They'll have J.B. Bickerstaff create with about 8.
They
Gotta
better
go
do
right
it
now.
Right now, absolutely. 5 seconds. Martinez fouls him.
And that's his 4th, I believe.
You're absolutely right, David. 4 fouls on Franco Martinez. He'll sit for the final couple seconds of the third quarter. Into the game comes Mark Miller, a 6-foot junior. So Chatfield in some foul trouble. The big man, Witkowski with 4. Martinez, their big scorer tonight, also with 4. We still have a whole quarter to play. Bickerstaff makes the first free throw.
I'll tell you, from the East perspective, I like it a lot more now. You get 2 points. You also get Martinez in foul trouble.
58-56 Denver East. We have a timeout here with 2.8 seconds to go in the third. We'll take a break. Les Shapiro and Dave Logan with you. The start of the fourth and final quarter. Excuse me, the end of the third quarter. Sorry about that. There were 2.8 seconds left. And now we'll get ready to start the fourth quarter. The Denver East Angels leading Chatfield 58-56 as we head to the finale. Now we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter of the boys 5A championship game. Denver East leading Chatfield 58-56. East with the ball. That's Jason Salazar. Sadat Montgomery.
And now Chatfield West will have to come out and pressure the ball.
Bickerstaff on the wing. Has Montgomery underneath. No. And John Walker, the rebound. Montgomery takes it out of his hands. Let's see what the call is.
Bickerstaff makes a great pass inside. They just can't convert. John Walker with an excellent rebound. I think they call
Kamal Baylor.
Okay, they get the foul from behind. That's his third.
Full court pressure from Denver East. This is Snyder. Breaks the press. A nice pass to Walker.
Number 42,
Zach Snyder's done a great job when called upon. He's an excellent little football player and gives John Walker a pass he can handle for an easy bucket.
Tell you how tight this game has been. That's our 11th tie of the evening. Montgomery, the loose ball. Can't get the layup. Ball goes out of bounds. Crosby can't hold on for Chatfield. Under 7 minutes to go. East showing good patience. Salazar, the quarterback, at the top of the key.
The 2-1 zone, very, very active so far.
Montgomery, the move to the hoop. Again, long on the layup.
Tell you, it makes a nice little step around. He just can't get the shot to go in. Montgomery will come baseline and watch him step around Chris Crosby. It's a great move. Rebound inside and foul on East.
Montgomery called for the foul. He takes a seat with 3 fouls. Walker, the open jumper, cans it. And Chatfield retakes the lead, 60-58. Under 6 minutes to go. Ball stolen by Crosby after the good pressure. He goes straight to the hoop. No layup, but the follow by Tyler Foster, and it's a 4-point Chatfield lead. No call as Crosby and the defender come crashing down. Bickerstaff got him for traveling. And Rudy Carey working the officials right now. Not happy that Crosby was not called for the charge the last time down court. Chatfield up by 4 with the ball. Snyder, fast to the hoop, has the layup.
He's got those quick feet. Plays wingback in football. You don't catch him much, and when you do, you don't tackle him a lot.
And East feels it slipping away, so the Angels call a timeout. Down by 6 with 5:13 to go. As long as it's in the right places.
Is that other guy? Is that me? Do we have a shot of the Crosby layup, fellas, or no? Do we have a shot of that Crosby layup?
We got equipment, all right? Let's go. You're smart. Come and get the ball, okay? All right, let's go. Hey, go.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there anything this kid
Chatfield on a 13-2 run the last 4.5 minutes. You be the judge here. Crosby on Mason. Tough to see if Mason actually gives before the contact occurs, but Chargers get the putback. No call, no foul, and Tyler Foster with the hoop.
East with the ball. Bickerstaff.
Nice quick move inside. Still plenty of time. No reason to panic here for East.
Just under 5 minutes. East down by 4. Snyder to Walker. Boy, he's come up big the last few minutes.
I tell you, so is Zach Snyder.
Trapping Bickerstaff. Gets it off to Bailey. Montgomery. Blocked by Walker. But we're going to get a foul call.
Chatfield has turned up their defensive intensity in the last couple of minutes. Montgomery with a nice catch, spins inside. Walker on top of the ball with the hand, but picks up his 4th foul down low.
Montgomery makes the first of 2.
A game of spurts.
We've had some good ones. Misses the second, but Bailey the rebound and gets it down.
21, Bailey.
Cuts the Chatfield lead to 3. 4.5 to go.
And now East is stepping it up on defense too. Very active.
Snyder blocked by Dickens. Chatfield playing without 2 of its starters, Witkowski and Martinez. They're in foul trouble. Martinez coming back into the ballgame now with 4 fouls.
Nice block by Dickens, who had several last night against Grand Junction.
Chatfield up by 3. 4:10 to go. Crosby, short. Walker the rebound. They got him for travel. Chatfield 1-0 in state title games. Denver East 4-3. East's last win in this game coming back in 1965. Bailey, he's short. Chatfield and Martinez pick it up. And a foul called on East. Jason Salazar nailed for the infraction. He'll come out of the game, and replacing him will be Jermaine Mason.
Salazar replacing the East lineup by number 24.
Salazar with 4 fouls. Denver East only has 4 fouls called against it this half. A turnover. Mason up court to Montgomery.
Great job of controlling the ball. Looked like Montgomery actually lost that ball going up to the glass, but still with enough control to kiss it off.
And East down by just 1 point with 3.5 minutes to go.
So this is the way it should be. You know, 1 plays 2. You should have a close, competitive game. That's exactly what we have.
Foster on the wing. Walker, top of the key. This is Miller. And Bickerstaff showing a bit of an acrobatic move there, jumping onto the table and over.
So you got to walk all the way around to get back on the court, though. You can't come back the same way you went out.
Number 10, Beavis, replacing Miller.
Not the same energy. Great hustle.
Down low to Walker. This is Martinez. Under 3 minutes to go now. Martinez wants it. They got it. They're waving him off. I believe they're going to call the foul before the shot. Any other level, you get continuation on that, but not on the high school level.
By number 24, Mason, the second foul, 15 fouls.
Well, Franco Martinez has been
Number 45,
the guy offensively
back in for
for Chatfield. They still don't get free throws, and he set out most of this quarter. He's got 21 points.
We're going to take a timeout at McNichols Arena. Chatfield leading Denver East 66-65. We've got 2:49 to go in the game.
Now this is an important possession that we get a good look at the basket. Get a good shot.
Tonight with a complete look at all the events of the day, news, weather, and sports. Following that, Saturday Sports Extra. Mark McIntosh filling in as your host, and he'll be with Avalanche hockey player Curtis Lecision. Gary Miller is down in Tucson. He'll be with Larry Walker talking about the Rockies season, see how that's shaping up. And we'll meet the prep of the week. That's all coming up after Super Hoops on News 4. Chatfield, the ball and a 1-point lead. 2:45 to go in the season. Stolen by Montgomery.
Nice
Ahead
pass.
to Mason. He gets the basket and the foul.
Oh, what a great pass by Montgomery, and maybe even better than that was the catch by Jermaine Mason. Walker turns his back, and you can see Montgomery comes from the weak side, slaps it away. The bounce pass, the catch on a ball really that was behind him. And the two-handed scoop shot puts East ahead.
That foul was on John Walker, and he is finished for the evening. John Walker has played his last basketball game for Chatfield. That's his 5th foul. Mason makes the free throw and gives Denver East a 2-point lead, and we'll keep it right here as both teams go to huddle up. John Walker right there fouled out after scoring 10 points. Well, earlier this evening, we televised the girls 5A game for you. The Heritage Eagles walked all over Arvada West.
And when we go back,
Lisa Hozak of Heritage scoring 41 points. Let's listen to what Gary Ossie is saying in the Chatfield huddle. And now Rudy Carey in the Denver East huddle. Rudy Carey in his 3rd year at Denver East. He brought along his ace assistant coach, Mark Perlmutter, from Manual after 14 years at Manual. Rudy going for his 4th state title. His East Angels just completed a 10-2 run. We mentioned on Sports Extra tonight, the prep of the week, it's going to be J.B. Bickerstaff, and he's going to be reading his own poetry. Man, not just an athlete, but also an artiste. Crosby is hacked. That foul called on Mr. Bickerstaff.
Foul by number 32.
It's only the 6th foul by East, so there'll be no more free throws. Or there won't be free throws until the next foul for Chatfield.
So Chatfield will get the ball out of bounds on the side. We don't go to the free throw line until a team has 7 fouls called against it in a half.
So East doesn't want to foul here. You want to force Chatfield. They're going to tie the game. You want them to hit a shot.
Chatfield taking its time, waiting for the open shot. Witkowski, the 7-footer, back in the game. Crosby chooses to take it. Green the rebound. Crosby the rebound. And finally coming down with it is Bickerstaff. Under 2 minutes to go. East with the ball and up by 2. Double team on Bailey, and Rudy Carey sees he's in trouble, so the head coach calls a timeout.
Timeout, East.
East now with just 1 timeout left. Chatfield with 3 of its 4 timeouts left. Doesn't get any better than this, David.
Been a good game. It's been, as we said earlier, actually in the first half, thought it would be one of spurts and one that when we were sitting here with under 2 to go, would be up for grabs. Both teams have played hard, and as we've said, both have had their spurts. The East has been able to kind of stem the tide down the stretch with some pretty good defense. Very, very active defensively.
This is the 5th time Rudy Carey is coaching in a state championship game. J.B. Bickerstaff. You know Chatfield is looking at him. They think East will be getting the ball to him, and J.B. showing he's got as much heart as anybody. That's why he was pointing to his chest. Jermaine Mason. Salazar back in the game with 4 fouls. Almost does lose it. Snyder, the layup to tie it. A lot of contact on that play. But Snyder, as you said, David, showing those quick feet of his.
Yeah, he is a quick athlete. Now, if you're East, you run down and try to take the last shot. Tough. Chatfield's in kind of a half-court trap.
Montgomery wants it. Bangs it off the board too hard. He gets the pass to Bickerstaff, and East gets the lead again.
Nice look inside.
2-point lead, 1:05 to go. Martinez can't hold on, turnover. Dickens. Montgomery has the layup. It's a 4-point lead. 45 seconds to go. Another turnover. Bickerstaff. Dickens. That should do it. And a whistle. A timeout called by Chatfield. It's a 20-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. But I don't know if it matters. Denver East has turned it on and taken a 6-point lead with 25 seconds to go.
Got the 4-point lead. I thought they might hold the ball, but Montgomery will find Dickens all by himself, and that's as good as holding it right there.
I think Rudy Carey was yelling for them to hold on to the ball, but you can't look past this play. You got it, you take it. Dickens has turned this crowd on quite a few times tonight with his jams. That one had everybody on their feet.
And East has made, if you take a look at Rudy Carey, a number of plays defensively. That's been the difference in the game down the stretch. Chatfield with 13 turnovers in this game. East with only 5. Not over though, 26 seconds to go. Chargers have shot the ball well from the 3-point range. They need one here.
Chatfield has the ball. Crosby puts up a 3. It's short. Snyder saves the ball. Foster. Got it. That's a 2, however.
Number 24, Miller.
The Denver East lead cut to 4 points. We have just 15.2 seconds to go.
You go on the ball.
Well, pretty soon we'll be telling you who the player of the game is. Quite a few to choose from here. For East, J.B. Bickerstaff and Keneal Dickens have shined, and for Chatfield, Franco Martinez has kept the Chargers alive all night long. The last 15 seconds of the high school season. Denver East with the ball. J.B. Bickerstaff will take the ball out of bounds for East. And full court pressure from Chatfield. They need a turnover badly. Salazar Gets fouled from behind by Crosby. A hard foul, too.
Number 34, Crosby, his fourth foul.
That's his fourth foul.
19 fouls on Chatfield. Number 35 for Chatfield.
York will come into the game for East to give them some height when they turn to play defense. But in the meantime, Jason Salazar will be at the free throw line.
Salazar, 1-1.
What a roller coaster of emotions this kid has ridden in the last few months. Losing his mom.
Oh, you don't want to foul there. Rudy Carey all the way out on the court in the ear of Jason Salazar.
And he's out of the game.
It's the last thing they wanted right there.
That will put Chatfield on the free throw line.
I tell you what, you make 2 free throws here, you've got a real interesting last 9.4 seconds.
Chatfield down by 4. Mark Miller at the free throw line. He's a pretty good free throw shooter, 72% on the year. Good soccer player, too. He's second team All-State in that sport.
Miller shooting 1-1.
He'll get another. All of a sudden, we have a one-possession ball game. Misses the second. Martinez, a 3. Got it! And that ties it up. The clock winding down, 1.9 seconds to go. All night long, it was East grabbing the offensive rebounds. There it was Chatfield and Franco Martinez. He immediately put up the three-pointer and tied up the game.
I think they're going to say there's about 3 seconds to go. The clock ran down to .9, but East did call a timeout. They'll have the basketball. Unbelievable finish. Franco Martinez. The free throw missed on purpose. The rebound fought for, tipped out. Montgomery almost has it. Martinez from NBA range has just tied the game.
3 seconds to go.
It looked like anybody might have it. I thought Montgomery might run it down. Martinez, who has been the guy for Chatfield, knocks it down.
Don't slap the ball out. That's a key. They can throw it high. All right.
I'll stay back.
All right, you stay.
I can chase it.
Okay, all right, no fouls. We can't have any fouls. Let's go to overtime, all right? Let's go.
It's our game. It's our game.
Chatfield praying for that overtime. Gariosi telling his kids, do not foul. Whatever you do, do not foul. East will start with the ball under the Chatfield basket. They have to go to the length of the court in 3 seconds. This is Mason. He's putting it up from half court. We have overtime.
And again, regulation time. Chatfield and East time at 74.
Franco Martinez, 24 points on the night for Chatfield. None of them as important as those final 3. Tied the game up with 3 seconds to go and sent it into overtime.
Now, if you're Chatfield, you go into this overtime with a great deal of emotional energy and momentum. If you're East, Rudy Carey has to, I think, kind of say, fellas, we're right back to work. We've got 4 minutes. We'll be just fine, because East, I'm sure, felt like they had this game won.
A couple of starters will not be playing in the overtime. John Walker for Chatfield, he's fouled out. And Jason Salazar for Denver East. He's fouled out. In high school ball, we play a 4-minute overtime. Whatever timeouts a coach did not use in the game can be carried over, plus each coach gets an additional timeout.
Overtime, first overtime period, and jump ball.
Rudy Carey has been to the state championship before, but he's never had to coach in overtime in the final game. Chatfield wins the jump. So the boys' 5A season extended another 4 minutes. Crosby has the ball stolen. Bickerstaff with the steal. Mason with the ball. Gets the layup.
Again, the defense of the Angels. Bickerstaff turns Crosby over. They get a layup.
East up by 2. Snyder ties it. Zach Snyder, the 5'10 junior, came up with a couple of big free throws last night to help beat Montbello. They try the alley-oop to Dickens, and Witkowski comes up with the ball.
See, that's tough to alley-oop even to Dickens because Witkowski's 7 feet tall.
Miller goes flying in.
Oh.
East's Montgomery comes up with the ball, and East will keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Number 21, Bailey, replaces York for East.
Bailey comes into the game for East. York takes a seat. They're all tied up at 76. We're in the overtime. 5A Boys Championship game.
See, this is the position earlier that East held the ball. Tied score. As long as Chatfield wants to sit back in the 2-3, East can be very patient.
Bickerstaff, the spin move. Open lane, can't get the layup. He gets the rebound, and Chatfield is called for the foul.
Fouled by number 45.
It's on Witkowski.
But J.B. Bickerstaff leaves it just a little bit short. There's the foul. That's the 5th on Witkowski, I believe. So Chatfield will lose their big junior center. J.B. Bickerstaff has been quick to the basket from the middle of the key against that zone all night long.
And replacing Witkowski, who fouled out, is Brad Green. Witkowski will be back next year. He's just a junior. Bickerstaff gives East a 1-point lead with another free throw coming. East by 2. We've got 2:20 to go. Snyder on the wing. Sees an opening to Green. He is fouled on the play by Kamau Bailey.
Fouled by number 21, Brady, his 4th foul. 82 fouls.
Good hard drive, and Brad Green has done a nice job on the offensive boards tonight. Fouled down low. He's got a couple of free throws. Again, Zach Snyder makes it happen with the drive to the basket.
Green misses the first. 62% free throw shooter. He gave him a late spark last night. Key rebound and a key hoop against Montbello. And this is the second, so it's still a 2-point lead for East as J.B. Bickerstaff works the ball up court. Under 2 minutes to go in the overtime. Montgomery, the hoop. 4-point East lead. Minute 45 to go. Almost stolen by Montgomery. Miller gets it back. Crosby. Haven't heard much from him this overtime. He gets that one to roll though. And the East lead down to 2. Minute 25 to go. Bailey. Off the glass. A nice touch. East by 4.
Still aggressive to the basket.
Green knocks that lead down to 2. 1 minute to go.
Man.
Montgomery is trapped. And we get a jump ball. Which way is the arrow pointing? East's way, so East will keep it. The next jump ball will go to Chatfield. A 2-point lead for East. They're going to make Chatfield come after him. This is Mason. They're going to make Chatfield foul him. Bailey.
Well, Chatfield's got to come out of the zone trap and go man.
Foul called on Snyder.
Foul by number 24, Miller, his first foul.
Well, the referee pointed at Snyder, but the foul was called on Miller.
Chatfield.
And with 27.9 seconds to go, East with a 2-point lead. I should let everybody at home know that the producer's been asking for a player of the game for about the last 10 minutes, but we're a little reluctant to say anything until we see how this thing turns out.
East last night had Jermaine Mason on the free throw line with a chance to win the game, and he hit both of them. Actually, 3 of 4 down the stretch to pretty much win it.
All right, so as soon as we come down, we score either 2 or 3. We still need the ball twice. All right, so then you go on the ball out of bounds like you did, unless you guys denied. Get a steal. If they get it in, foul them right away. No, I don't want a timeout. We'll push it up if we get it a layup. Let's go. We got one timeout, don't we?
Gary Ossie paints the picture. Let's see if it gets hung on the wall here. Jermaine Mason at the free throw line, 5'8" junior.
Mason at the line.
He's a 67% free throw shooter. He's having quite a game. 12 points so far. Make that 13, which is more than twice his season average. He averages 6 points a game. But as Dave told you, he was cool at the line last night, hitting 3 out of 4 down the stretch. He misses the second. It's a 3-point game. 20 seconds to go. Chatfield needs a 3 to tie it. Martinez tries it, but he's blocked. Stolen by Bailey.
Oh.
And we'll get a blocking foul on Miller. So Bailey will go to the free throw line. 9.2 seconds to go.
Boy, great defense by Keneal Dickens. He knows that Martinez is the 3-point shooter, so he flashes out, gets the block, and then the steal by Bailey. Quite a collision here. Glad everybody's okay on that one.
Now Bailey is 70% free throw shooter. Has a weird rotation on the ball, but it sure works for him. And a 4-point Denver East lead with Bailey going back to the free throw line after this timeout. He has 1 shot left.
Well, I can promise you, Rudy Carey is now telling his club, hey, let's not repeat what we did in regulation. No fouls down the stretch. Whether Kamal Bailey's second free throw goes in or not, it's still a 2-possession game.
Chatfield has to get the ball back twice to have any hopes of tying or winning this ball game. It's a 4-point Denver East lead. The school hasn't won a state title in boys basketball since 1965. 31 years ago. And Rudy Carey, who had such great success at Manual, went over to Denver East 3 years ago because he wanted to lead his alma mater to the state title. He's very close to doing that. Bailey makes the second. It's a 5-point East lead. Chatfield, this is Miller, the 3. No. Martinez, no. And that is it. Well, David, I don't think there's any doubt with the way that overtime went. And the defense J.B. Bickerstaff played. And he is our Chrysler player of the game.
Well, he had an excellent game, not just in the overtime, but during the course of the entire game. 19